So it's a story. Once upon a time, in a faraway place, beyond than the land of fiction, lived a little girl with a dream. A dream so big that it defied the expectations that she set for herself. While she was born in Delhi, her heart was set on Bombay, the so called city of dreams. How many among the endless queues and the audition lines actually land major roles? Or how many people wandering on the Bombay streets actually get to speak the lines that the directors ask them to? The odds were slim, but the struggle was intense. And if that wasn't enough, her parents, like many others, had heard the worst about casting, productions, and film sets. We all know what happens in Bollywood. Being a girl, she knew that she had to carve out an unconventional path for herself. Because let's be honest, Bollywood doesn't welcome outsiders with open arms. When your last name doesn't come from the industry family, when you have no godfather, when you don't have connections, the doors just stay shut. In fact, do the doors actually exist for you? Was a question. They say talent matters, but let's be real. Nepotism has built walls so high that most people give up before they could even get a chance to climb it. Because the truth is, nepotism can get you to the door, but let's be honest, only the hard work will keep you in the room. But me, was I there to get into the room? No, I was here to build my own goddamn house. So now, when I put social media over Bollywood, that's because in Bollywood, women are often put into boxes, the cute heroine, the glamorous diva, or the side character. And if you don't fit these visions of the director, they don't know where to place you. But in social media, it's very different. Here, no one decides your worth except you yourself. When your talent speaks louder than your last name, when your work is judged by the audience and not some handful of industry insiders, that's where social media comes in, and that's the path I chose, the unconventional path to make yourself a self-proclaimed actor. Because why not? Because as a woman, social media gave me something Bollywood would never give me: freedom. The freedom to write my own stories, the freedom to tell my own roles, the freedom to succeed on my own terms without any exploitation, exclusive scenes, overpayments for over deliverables. But wait, we have another battle to fight, the battle of perception. Because apparently, I don't look like an actor. I'm not tall enough. I wear heels. I wasn't the conventional pretty girl at school. I wasn't extremely fair or had extremely gorgeous hair. I didn't fit the Bollywood beauty standards. But they laughed at the idea of me being on screen while I was always thinking that I am the main character of my story. They mocked me saying acting isn't for people like you. They told me to settle for something less, go to storytelling, BTS, or something in the background. Why don't you be a dancer or a singer? You don't have to show your face and you'll still be or make your presence felt. But what they didn't know was that I wasn't here to fit into the idea of an actor. I was here to redefine it. Because acting isn't about how symmetrical your face is, what your right or your left profiles look like. It isn't about how flawless your skin looks under the camera lens. It isn't about meeting some outdated, unrealistic beauty standard. It was about how deeply you can make people feel what you're feeling, how deeply you could connect with people through your mindset. Acting is about bringing a character to life, a character which is fictional. Acting is about making the world believe in a story that's just a piece of paper. And I knew I had the talent, the passion, and the determination to do so. Nothing could stop me. So instead of waiting for their validation, I created my own path. But why? Why would a girl from Delhi choose such a big dream to go to Bollywood and be an actor? Like, why acting in the first place? Because acting wasn't just something I did, it was who I was. I didn't wake up for school because I acted that I was asleep. I went short on money in the canteen and I acted broke in front of the canteen guy. I needed help for my homework and assignments, so I acted a little bit in love. And when I wanted to be the monitor or the head girl, I acted like a friend to people. So my whole life has been a performance. So, what better career to be than an actor? And when passion meets hurdles, the only way forward is to find a way through, an unconventional way. I didn't wait for auditions. I became an influencer on Instagram. I did compete with the people in the queues. I compared with the thousands of influencers on Instagram. I didn't beg producers for a role. I produced my own content. I didn't wait to be cast as a main lead. I became the main character of my own stories. One series after the other, I built my own stage, turning Instagram into a personal OTT platform, and where social media changed everything for me. I realized that social media has the same amount of audience that any OTT platform would ever have. So, why not make your portfolio an OTT platform for your own self? Because women in the industry have always been at battlefields. We've been told about waiting for opportunities to come to you, to fit into a type, to play roles that are written for you. But social media gives us a power to write our own characters, to create our own audience, and to be seen on our own terms. No middlemen, no gatekeeping, no waiting for approvals, no casting couches. So if an industry would give me the space, why wait for it? Why not create my own space and be an industry in my own self? I just didn't create content. I acted, I performed, I told stories, and the stories sold. Some may call it vague because series belong to OTT platforms. Like, who does it on social media, right? But we live in a 21st century, and women are, anyways, called the 21st century independent women. So, why not turn social media into your own stage? I call it SMS, social media series. I broke myths, shattered the barriers, and chose an unconventional path to success. I stand before today, all of you, not just as a content creator or an influencer with some followers, but as an actor, a self proclaimed actor, because I act. With over 1.1 million followers on Instagram, as soon as I started creating series from 340K to 1 million, the journey only took 3 months, which is a very small span of time. So I proved that dreams don't wait for permission. And you know what's funny? The same people who once judged me and said that I did not have the looks or mocked my dreams now ask for followbacks and shoutouts. Suddenly they see me, they respect what I do, and I am inspiring. To be called on a TED talk and talking and be talking about it from a girl who was once said that you don't belong to this field is a very big thing for me. And it's funny how people's opinions change when success walks in, because nothing succeeds like success. But let's get one thing straight: you don't need to have a famous last name to make yourself famous. You don't need to be born into a film family. You don't need to wait for approvals. You don't need to fit into molds. You just need to create some for yourself. You don't need talent. You need consistency and an unshakable belief in yourself. Because the truth is, nepotism will always get you through a door. But again, the hard work will keep you in the room. This is just the beginning. I am so proud to be here sharing my experience with all of you. Just here to say that I'm not here to just talk about it, but there's a lot that I have in the room for my own self and here to create history. It starts from here, and Mumbai, see you soon. The girl with a fictional dream of being in Delhi grow and going to Bombay will once go to Bombay and make a really big house, because again, I'm not here to fit into the room but also make my own house. Thank you.